Imagine your favorite artist, a live concert, and finally the seats you ever dreamed of. But at the final screen, you pay a third more of the price you've previously seen and accepted. What happened? Let's discuss it in today's video. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For years we have been told this is just the price of high demand, but what if the frustration you feel is not just a byproduct of the system, but a documented internal reality for the company running it? In 2022, as cited in the recent FTC lawsuit, Ticketmaster's own president wrote to other executives,
"Until we have all-in pricing, this customer experience sucks. Even if you change the name of the fees, the sticker shock at the end is the problem."
An internal Ticketmaster representation was even more direct.
When fans are not complaining about the cost of fees, they are complaining about the display of fees, bait and switch approach.
Sticker shock, bait and switch. These documents are the key to understand everything. They raise the critical question. If a company knows its own customer experience sucks, why would they not only continue these practices, but build a $1 million empire upon them?
American live entertainment is the best in the world and should be accessible to all of us. It should not cost an arm and a leg to take the family to a baseball game or attend your favorite musician's show.
The FTC lawsuit, which alleges deceptive practices, is only one half of the story. On May 2024, the Department of Justice and 30 states sued Live Nation Ticketmaster for what it calls unlawful anti-competitive conduct that harms fans, artists, and venues. The government alleges that the company's monopoly power is the root cause that enables all the other deceptive practices. Let's begin with the price itself. The bait and switch the company mentioned internally is what the government calls drip pricing, and the fees themselves are a complex web. The Department of Justice complaint breaks down the layers of charges that lead to that final sticker shock. And you've budgeted for a certain price. You see two Bad Bunny tickets for $490, you find seats and you commit to the purchase. But at the final screen, after you've invested your time and energy, the price suddenly leaps by over a third. Therefore, that feeling of being tricked is, according to the FTC, by design. But it gets worse. The second practice is opaque dynamic pricing. Even the starting price you see may have been already algorithmically inflated, with standard seats misleadingly branded as platinum tickets to justify a higher cost without any added value. This brings us to the issue that infuriates fans the most: scalping. And this is a new revelation. Investigative journalists have been reporting on this for years. Look at this headline from a Rolling Stone investigation back in 2018. And their own rules explicitly forbid using multiple accounts to bypass tickets limits. But the FTC alleges their internal policy is to turn a blind eye to industrial-scale scalpers. Why? The lawsuit claims it's because they profit from the practice through triple dipping. Therefore, the system creates a direct financial incentive for scalpers to succeed. The complaint alleges Ticketmaster actively helps them with a private software called Trade Desk. As you can see in this figure, Brokers using fees to control thousands of accounts, and in one case over 100,000 tickets at a time. This system doesn't just harm fans. In fact, Live Nation itself stated that
it doesn't take a PhD in economics to figure out that neither producers nor consumers are better off when a $300 ticket sells for $3,000, and the artist doesn't get a penny of the scalper's $2,700 profit. That is a world in which scalpers and resale sites are incentivized to get tickets by any means possible, and both artists and consumers are cheated.
And when the news of the FTC lawsuit became public on September 18th, what was the answer of the market? It delivered its own verdict. But let's return to our experience as fans. What happens if something goes wrong after they have your money? This is where the frustration can turn into a feeling of complete powerlessness. The Department of Justice complaint notes that a lack of competition means customer service, website and app design, and product quality and stability suffer. So, what is the root cause? This brings us to the core allegation of the Department of Justice lawsuit, an illegal monopoly. The Department of Justice alleges the company uses a self-reinforcing flywheel model. The CEO of Live Nation described it himself perfectly.
At the core is our flywheel. It's a concert business. It's the lower margin part of our business. But in order to get into these three high margin businesses and be competitive, we have to have that scale in concerts. Our leadership position in concerts drives the three high margin businesses that are driving our true cash flow and EBITDA.
The Department of Justice argues this flywheel allows them to retaliate against venues that work with rivals and lock out all competition with exclusionary contracts. This alleged monopoly power is what enables all the other practices. The key contradiction is between Ticketmaster's public promises to you, the fan, and its alleged private, profitable practices that harm you. These cases are now moving through the courts, and it's vital to remember that Live Nation Ticketmaster is entitled to defend itself. But the sheer weight of the evidence presented is historic, and it demands our full attention. This is a critical moment for the market and for the consumer's right everywhere. I'd like to know if you have personally experienced these issues, and if you like this video, please subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you for watching.